Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Faulkner, and I'm going to go over your end of Module 2 review. So let's go ahead and look at number 1. It says Eli is going on a vacation and buys pretzels and carrots to bring in the car. The pretzels weigh 314 grams and the carrots weigh 453 grams. We want to know what is the difference between the weight of the pretzels and the carrots. All right, boys and girls, in class we've been talking about the word difference. What math operation do they want us to do if we talk about the difference? Yes, very good. They want us to subtract. So let's go ahead and try to subtract this problem. We have 453 grams, and we are going to subtract 314 grams. So I should automatically know my unit is grams. I have 3 ones, and I have to take away 4 ones. I can't do that, can I? So I'm going to go over here and borrow from my tens, and that 5 becomes a 4. We now have 4 tens and 13 ones. Remember, we have not changed the number. That is still 453 when I look at my base 10 blocks. So I have 13 minus 4, which is 9, 4 minus 1, which is 3, and 4 minus 3, which is 1. So 139 grams is the difference. So we have, remember our read, write, draw. We read, we're writing, and I could have drawn, which I'll show you how to do that here in a second. So I'll say the difference is 139 grams. Now, if I was going to draw that picture, I could easily draw a tape diagram if I wanted to do it that way. I know there's different strategies, and really in the review, I let you to pick your strategy. So just make sure you have a drawing there. I don't want to make people feel like they have to do a certain strategy. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at number 2. Number 2 has a couple of different parts to it. Actually has several parts to it. So let's go ahead and peek at that. It says Sarah drinks about 115 liters of water in 1 month. Wants us to round to the nearest 10. Make sure you read that. How many liters of water does Sierra drink in 1 month? So if we round this to the nearest 10, we have 115 liters. Remember, this is my tens place, so I'm going to look at all the numbers after that. Or if you needed to draw that number line, that vertical number line, that's fine too. So we have our midpoint is 5. This is 5. So we know we're going to have to go up to the next 10. So it should be 120 liters rounded to the nearest 10. It says use your estimate to find out how many liters of water Sierra drinks in 3 months. So it wants us to use our estimate for 3 months. This is only 1 month. Okay, so we're going to take 120 and we're going to add that 3 times. 3 times. We know they are all liters. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. We have 2, 4, 6, and 1, 2, 3. So 360 liters is for 3 months. Now it wants us to calculate precisely how much water she drinks in 3 months. Remember that word precisely wants the exact number, no rounding involved. So we have to go back up here and we see that she drinks 115 liters in 1 month exactly. So we're going to look for 3 months. So let's take 115, 115, and 115, and we're going to add that 3 times. So we have 5, 10, 15, put a 5, carry a 1. If you put it down here, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. So we have 345 liters is how much she drinks in the 3 months. On D, it says draw a tape diagram to find the difference between your estimate. Remember the word difference, what's that mean? Yeah, it means we're going to subtract. Between your estimate, which is right here, and the precise, which is right here. So when we are subtracting, don't forget that biggest number is going to go on top. All right, so we have 360 minus 345. Well, we have 0 ones, so we need to take away 5. Gotta go borrow. So go next door. We now have 5 tens and 10 ones. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So 15 liters is the difference between the estimated or the rounding and the actual calculation. All right, let's move on down to number 3. And number 3 says Reagan went grocery shopping and the weight of one grocery bag is 15 kilograms. Reagan lifts 4 bags of the same weight, round to the nearest 10 to estimate the total weight Reagan lifts and then calculate the number precisely. So they give us a box to work in. All right, so if one bag is 15 kilograms, and we're going to round that to the nearest 10, then 15 kilograms is about 20 kilograms. Okay, now it wants us to calculate the number exactly, but that's for 4 bags. She lifts 4 bags of the same weight, round to the nearest 10 to estimate the total weight. So we rounded, but now we have to find that total weight. So the total for 4 bags, you could look at it a couple of different ways. Here's a bag, plus here's a bag, plus here's a bag, plus here's a bag. Okay, so we can add that up. 20, 40, 60, 80. That's right, 80 kilograms is the estimated or the rounded part. Now we're going to do exactly. So here in our calculations, we're going to basically say a bag is 15, another bag is 15, another bag is 15, and another bag is 15. So I could count by 15s, or if you know 15 plus 15 is 30, and this one is 15 plus 15 is 30, I could put that together and I could make 60 kilograms. Again, you could choose your own strategy of how you would want to answer that. Let's scroll on down to B. It says Reagan's friend lifts the grocery bag of 100 kilograms. Write and solve an equation to show how much more weight, I don't know what that name is, Essie, lifts than Reagan. And so it says to look in part A. So Reagan lifts 60 kilograms, exactly. So we're going to come down here and let's take a look at this equation. Her friend lifts 100 kilograms. We're going to write and solve an equation. We have to write and solve an equation to show how much more weight Izzy lifts than Reagan. So remember these 3 little words, how much more or how many more? It tells us that we're going to subtract. So our equation is going to be 100 minus 60. And these both should say kilograms. So 100 minus 60. Well, you could write it up and down and borrow if you want to, or I'm just going to use what plus 60 is 100. Well, that's a 10, so I'm going to count 70, 80, 90, 100. It's 40 kilograms is how much more. Let's scroll on down to see. Together, it takes Reagan and Izzy 23 minutes to unload all of the groceries. If they start unloading the groceries at 9:25 p.m., what time will they finish unloading the groceries? And you can use a number line to help you. Again, this is a suggestion. You do not have to use a number line if you don't want to. Several of you have gotten to where you will take the time, 9:25, and you will add 23 minutes to it. All right, so we want to know what time. So I actually need a time here. So we could say 5 plus 3 is 8, 2 plus 2 is 4. So it would be 9:48 p.m. is what time they would finish. If you use the number line, great. Just make sure that your final answer says 9:48 p.m. Number 4, when driving, Miss Bauer uses 56 liters of fuel every minute. Round to the nearest 10 liters to estimate how many liters of fuel get used every minute. So nearest 10, want to make sure we look for that. So we have 56 liters, and if we round that to the nearest 10, 56 is about 60 liters. Remember, here's your tens place, and we're looking at the number beside it. It's more than our midpoint. 6 is more than 5. So we're going to go to our next 10. Let's look at B. Use your estimate to find out about how many liters of fuel she gets in 3 minutes. So we are going to say 60 plus 60 plus 60. All right, we'll have 3 6s. And I have all zeros in the ones place, and 3 6s are 18. So it's 180 liters. You could have written that like this if you need to. That does not matter. You are going to find the answer the way that's best for you. All right? Either way, we get the right answer. Calculate precisely how many liters of fuel get used every 3 minutes. So we need to take our 56 liters plus 56 liters plus 56 liters. Well, 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. So I'm going to change colors for a second. So I have an 8, and I'm going to carry a 1. I know some of you put it down here, which is fine, and some of you put it up there. It doesn't matter. So 5, 10, 15, 16. So 168 liters is the precise amount of fuel that she would use every minute. On D, it says draw a tape diagram to find the difference between your estimate and the precise calculation. Remember, distance means that you need to subtract. If you want to use a tape diagram, you can. Again, use whatever strategy is best for you. So our estimate is right here. Actually, that's the estimate for 1 minute. So our estimate for 3 minutes is right here, and our actual for 3 minutes is right here. So let's just do the 3 minute, not the 1 minute. Okay, so on this one, we have 180. Remember, we always have to put our biggest number first, minus 168. So I have 0 ones, and I want to take away 8, so I've got to go borrow. So I'm going to cross out my 8 and make that a 7, and now we have 10. So 10 minus 8 is 2, 7 minus 6 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So 12 liters is the difference between our estimate and the precise calculation. Let's check out the last one. It says, Rashawn goes to Safeway to buy chocolate chip cookies. Yum. He gets to the store at 3:31 and leaves the store at 5:37. Use a number line to determine how many minutes Rashawn was at Safeway. Now we're looking for minutes here. We're actually not looking for a specific time. If you want to use a timeline, use a timeline. Many of you now have learned so far that we can just subtract our time. So we have 3:57 subtract 3:31. So 7 minus 1 is 6, and 5 minus 3 is 2. So we have 26 minutes. Okay? If you need help with this, by all means, please send me a message, and I will be happy to do a live meet and do some practice problems with the ones that you're struggling with. This is going to be very much like the test, so make sure you understand the steps, and all those underline, boys and girls, those words will really help you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.